Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Don Callahan, and I just want to review the Dell Inspiron 15, second generation of the first generation Inspiron 15. So let's go ahead and get started with the review. So this is a Intel Core laptop. It runs on Intel Core i3 processor, the newest generation of the i3 processor. It has 6 gigabytes of RAM opposed to the 4 gigabytes of RAM that was with the first generation i3 processor. You get a 500 gigabyte hard drive, of course, which is kind of like the standard now for laptops. You get HD graphics, of course. So let's go ahead and get over and review some of these, some of the I/O on the laptop here. So on the, I think this is the left side of the laptop, we have, let's see, we have an air vent here. I think this is the exhaust vent. You have HDMI, you have Ethernet, you have 2 super speed USB ports, which is also known as USB 3.0. You have 1 USB 2.0 USB port. On the front side, you have your 4 LEDs. You have your card slot there. And on the right side, you have 1 more USB 2.0 port, which is right there. And then you have a DVD CD drive. Oh, and you also have a Kensington security slot there. Nothing on the back. So on the bottom though, you have, trying to be real careful with it, I don't want to make it fall or something. On the bottom, you have 2 speakers right here. You got one right here, you got one right there. Here you have an actual serviceable. You have 2 different like segments of the bottom here. You got this little serviceable part right here, which will reveal components that can be serviced. And then you have this actual casing here that you got to unscrew all the screws around it. And then you have your 4-cell battery. So yeah, 4 cells. It's not gonna last too long, but I'm pretty sure if you're not that much of a computer hog, it'll get you through. Alright, you're probably not going to be able to catch this on camera, or the camera's not going to be able to catch this, but it has a textured finish to it. Very textured. It is fingerprint magnet still, even though it's not actually like the shiny plastic that you get with traditional laptops, but it does have that texture feel to it, and you can see the fingerprints. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up this bad boy, open up the lid to it. And here's your 15.6 inch HD display here. If you zoom in a little, or if I put the camera up close, you see that there's an HD webcam with an LED and a sensor. Looking now here, you have a power button, which hopefully you can see. And then of course you have your keys, your keyboard, and you have your multi-gesture touchpad. And a sticker, of course, which is not that important. So let's go ahead and cut this bad boy on. Alright, you see here I did dual boot Windows 8.1 and Windows 8 while it's brand new. Alright, go ahead and put in my password. And you see how fast that was? Now this, now we don't have internet yet, so it's very hard to kind of just get in and use this computer. So there's not much that I'm going to be able to do in this review to get some internet. So more than likely, this will be more like a part one of part one of two-part review. So I just kind of really want to show you. Now, if you want to know the exact specs of your laptop, all you got to do is access the control panel. If you have Windows 8, all you got to do is access the charms, go to settings, go to control panel. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Hopefully you can read. The camera can pick it up. Alright, that should be somewhat good enough. We're going to go ahead and go to System and Security. And zoom out. That's better. Go to System. And here we are. So you see the processor there. It's Intel Core i3 4010U CPU. It's a dual core CPU, 1.7 gigahertz. Installed memory or RAM 6 gigabytes, 5.88 gigabytes usable. The system type is 64-bit operating system, no pen or touch input. So that is this computer's specs. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty. If you want to know what's your current clock speed right now, what the computer is running at now, what you're going to do is you're going to hit charms again, go to the start menu, and you're just going to go ahead and type task manager. Alright, I'll take it back to desktop here. And what you're going to do, you're going to go to the performance tab. And with everything not open, you get, it kind of fluctuates here. So you see it's at 151 and then it goes back. So now your actual performance will vary from your power save options. So if you are in power save mode, it will your performance will drop in the hopes that your battery will last a little longer. But if you want your phone, if you want your laptop to be straight performance with the sacrifice of the battery, then your clock speed will definitely rise up almost to full top speed. So you kind of have to choose: do you want performance over the battery, or do you want battery over performance? There is a balance option that kind of balances performance and battery, so you get a little bit of both. So I think that's probably the best option to go with, is the balance, because see, you get equal performance along with equal battery. So you're not sacrificing either one. But if you want straight performance, then yeah, you will have to sacrifice the battery. And if you want straight power save, then you're going to have to actually lose performance. So which one is it? If you're a performance person, you probably want to either balance it or choose to. And actually, let me show you that now here while I'm talking about it. You go down here to the taskbar, and you go to what I'm doing. Okay, go to the battery icon here. You see here, there's two options here. There's two visible options. There are more options though, but two ones that they actually have visible for you. You have balance, and if you actually go to more power options, it gives you kind of a description here. It automatically balances performance with energy consumption on capable hardware. So this is what it does. It balances, like it just said, it automatically balances performance and energy consumption. So it doesn't take too much battery, but it doesn't take too much performance either. So you get a little bit of equal. You have high performance here, so it favors performance but may use more energy. So do you want performance or do you want the energy? Which one? Dell, they have a Dell one here, automatically balances performance with energy consumption on capable hardware. It's kind of like what they got up here. So no difference there. Power save saves energy by reducing your computer's performance when possible. So that's what power save is. It actually favors the battery all the way while you kind of lose some of that performance. So I have mine on balance right now because I want equal performance. I don't want to lose too much of one thing, so to get the other. So there's your clock speeds right now, and there's your task manager. The startup tab. That's where you can go to choose what apps open and what apps don't open upon Windows startup. Okay, so that's that. So I mean, very very nice computer. Very nice computer. Like I said, right out the bat, pretty fast. But like I said, the internet's probably not going to be active until Monday or Tuesday, so this computer is just going to be sitting here looking pretty for a little while. But I just wanted to kind of just show you the power of the computer, and hopefully once we get some internet connectivity, get some security on here, and get these updates going, we'll see. We'll really put it to the test by doing some web browsing, multitasking, since we have more memory, and see what that goes. See where that goes for you. All right. So that concludes the part 1 of 2-part review. The next time I review this computer, it will be with full internet access. So go ahead and give you predictions of the next review. We're going to be reviewing, of course, web browsing. We're going to use several different Windows applications such as news, music, people, finance, photos, video, and apps like Google Earth, desktop Skype, and so forth, and the web browser in the Windows 8 user interface. So those are pretty much the things that we're going to pretty much go over, and of course we're going to go over other different things too. So show you how to actually operate Windows 8 using the multi-gesture touchpad and stuff like that. So this is actually not a Microsoft account. This is a local account. Like I said, we don't have internet, so I can't connect to the internet. So that's pretty much it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and power down. I ain't going to say power down, but I'm going to restart the computer real quick and show you what Windows 8 looks like for some of y'all that may not know the difference between the two. So now, before I actually, now you see how some of the apps are extremely big and some of them are medium sized, some of them actually are large, but these are really large. And then you can go from real small, like a really small, tiny little box. So let's go ahead and hop out of Windows 8.1 and go ahead and restart here. Now some of you are like, how in the world do you dual boot 2 operating systems on the same laptop? And I'm going to show you that in Windows 8. I'm not actually going to do it, but I'm just going to show you where you can go to do it. It's not going to be that hard, but before you actually go into the BIOS and actually try to install a second operating system, you want to have your partition already created. You don't want, because I don't think you can do that in the BIOS. So here's your options here. Now to choose a primary operating system, you're going to go down here and tap that. Okay, and it's going to give you an option here to choose a default operating system. Alright. You see there it says current operating system Windows 8.1, which is the one that we just logged out of. So now we're going to go to Windows 8. Going to probably restart again. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a few seconds here. Voila, Windows 8. Alright, so this is Windows 8. The one that we were saying earlier was Windows 8.1, and this is how it would look. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to, and I wish I would have showed you the differences in Windows 8.1, but in Windows 8.1 there is an actual start button down here in the corner. It's not there with Windows 8, but it's there with Windows 8.1. In Windows 8, you also, your apps, you notice that fresh out of the box, they automatically give you a difference. Some apps are huge, some apps are small, some of them are large, medium, some of them are medium, some of them are large, and some of them are small. All these right here are the same. They fluctuate between the same size. You see here you got medium, 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 and then you got small, or yeah, small, 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 small. So you can do that's pretty much that. And another thing I didn't show you is that you can actually swipe up if you have a laptop or a tablet. You just swipe up and there's your all apps screen now in Windows 8. To get to that screen, you got to actually pull charms up by swiping, or you can't do that in Windows, by swiping and go to search, and that's how you'll get to all apps in Windows 8. Another difference with Windows 8.1 and Windows 8 is that you can actually boot straight into the desktop. You can't do that with Windows 8, but you can do that with Windows 8.1. So I kind of want to let you know that. So that is pretty much that Windows 8, and like I said, I will be back to review the computer with full internet access. So I hope that you enjoyed this review. Please comment, please rate, and subscribe to my channel for future reviews. And I also want to go ahead and point out too that I might be able to afford a PlayStation 4 between next week and the week after. Hopefully, I'm not sure. So I want to try and get a PlayStation 4 and do an unboxing and review. So don't get your hopes up, but I'm definitely trying to see what the money looks like this upcoming weekend. If I can afford a PlayStation 4, then I definitely will get it. But either way, I'm going to have one. It's just a matter of when. So be looking out for a PlayStation 4 review soon, within the next probably 3 to 4 weeks. It may be less than that, but I'm giving you a time frame to look out for a PlayStation 4 review, and I'll give you the Inspiron 15 review within the next 3 to 4 days. So hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time.